3/6 powers of monomials. When we have a variable that's raised to a power, and that variable that's raised to a power is being raised to a power, we are multiplying those powers. We're going to keep the base and multiply the two powers. If we look at example 1, we have x to the 5th power raised to the 3rd power. So we are going to keep the x, the 5, and the 3. We're going to multiply, and this is going to give us x to the 15th power. If we look at the next example, example 2, we have u to the 4th power raised to the 5th power. So again, we are going to multiply those exponents. The 4 times the 5 is going to give us 20, so this turns into u to the power of 20. With example 3, we have negative a raised to the 2nd power, all raised to the 3rd power. So for this negative a, the 2 is going to the a as well as the negative. So it's like saying negative a times negative a, all raised to the 3rd power. So the negative a times negative a is a positive a squared, and that's going to be raised to the 3rd power. So we're going to multiply those two exponents. So a to the 2nd times the 3rd is going to give us a to the 6th power. For example 4, we are simplifying 2x to the 3rd power. Now this 3 again is going to the 2 as well as the x. So this is going to be 2 cubed times x cubed. The 2 cubed is going to give us 8, and then the x cubed is going to stay x cubed. If that x had an exponent on it originally, that 3 would then be multiplied by that exponent as well. If we look at some more examples, for example 5, we have negative 2k all raised to the 5th power. So again, this 5 is going to the negative 2 as well as the k. So that negative 2 to the 5th power and also k to the 5th power. The negative 2 to the 5th power, think about it, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 2 is a positive 16. Positive 16 times negative 2 is a negative 32. So this is going to be negative 32k to the 5th power. For 6, we're evaluating if x is 2. So when we are doing this, we're just replacing the x with the 2, and we're either raising it to a power, then multiplying, or multiplying and then raising it to a power, depending on where our parentheses are. So for example A, we have 3 times x raised to the 3rd power. So if x is 2, this is 3 times 2 raised to the 3rd power. Think order of operations, exponents first. So you want to do the 2 to the 3rd power first, which is 8, and then you'll multiply the 8 by 3 to give us 24. However, if we look at B, we have 3x in parentheses and that exponent on the outside. So again, we're going to plug the 2 in for x. This is going to be 3 times 2 raised to the 3rd power. So again, think order of operations. We have to do what's in parentheses first. So the 3 times 2 is 6, and then the 6 is raised to the 3rd power. So 6 times 6 times 6, we have 36 times 6. If you need to, write it out and multiply it. The 6 times 6 is 36. The 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21, so that's 216. For C, we have 3 cubed x cubed. So again, 2 is what x is, so this is 3 cubed times 2 cubed. The 3 cubed, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. The 2 cubed is 8, so we're going to do 27 times 8. Again, if you need to write it out, do so. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 is 21, so that's 216 as well. We look at some other examples here. Let's look at 13. We have 2a to the 5th power, 2a cubed to the 5th power. So again, that 5 is going to be given to the 2 as well as the a to the 3rd power. So 2 to the 5th power is going to be 32, and then a to the 5th raised to the, a to the 3rd raised to the 5th is going to be a to the 15th power. So 32a to the 15th power. If we look at 17, we have negative 2 cubed, all raised to the second power. So negative 2 cubed is negative 8, and negative 8 to the second power is a positive 64. For 21, we have a cubed, or a squared b to the 5th power, all raised to the 3rd power. So again, we're going to be multiplying that 3 to the 5 and the 2 to give us a to the 6th power, b to the 15th power. Let's look at 15. So 15, again, we have 3t cubed, all squared. So the 3 squared is going to be 9. The t cubed raised to the 2nd power is going to be t to the 6th power. For 19, we have negative 3x to the 3rd power, all being raised to the 2nd power. So the negative 3 squared is going to be positive 9. The negative 3 raised to the 2nd power, or sorry, the x cubed raised to the 2nd power is going to be x to the 6th power. So 9x to the 6th power. And then for 23, we have 2xy squared, all raised to the 2nd power. So that y is going to be raised, the x is going to be raised, and the 2 is going to be raised to the 2nd power. So it's going to be 4x squared y to the 4th power.